shaken. Past experience shows some donors never forgive the charities that don't reach out in times of need. Yes, I have to add, but. For as this book will show, it's not just about talking. The important thing is how you go about it. If giving matters more than ever, then donors matter too. And as a donor, I'm about to teach you how to reach out and how to keep reaching out, whether the world is being shaken or a new future for the sector is cast. Let's create that future together. Introduction. Welcome to the 1%.
We're seated at the chairman's table,
I whispered to Josh, taking his arm as we entered the banquet hall. This was our first major event at Hillcrest Country Club, a storied place whose members have included Jack Benny, George Burns, Groucho Marx, and Sidney Poitier. Josh and I had joined a few weeks before, following a year-long vetting process, just in time, as it turned out, for the Jewish Federation's annual fundraising dinner. We were new to the world of philanthropy. In July of 2010, Real D, the 3D projection technology company that Josh and his partner had built from scratch, had its initial public offering on the New York Stock Exchange. We'd gone from living paycheck to paycheck to the 1%, literally overnight. I still couldn't quite get my head around the idea that I'd never have to worry about money again. It meant no more clipping coupons for Target or patching together loans to afford college for the kids. And I didn't know how to retire the somewhat prudent approach that had always been part of my mental wiring. The one thing I'd taken to, quite naturally in fact, was giving. Even before Josh and his partners rang the ceremonial bell at the New York Stock Exchange, I'd pledged $1 million to my synagogue. Together with Josh, I'd also started the process of endowing a chair at a major hospital. And I'd made a smaller, but still significant, gift on the advice of friends, in this case to the Jewish Federation of Greater Los Angeles, a $50 million umbrella organization for social service programs, community advocacy, and Jewish engagement. Although we'd had little interaction with the Federation before then, we were confident that it did good work. Many in the community had suggested to us that a gift to the Federation was something of a prerequisite for being taken seriously in the world of Jewish philanthropy. And that's what appeared to have happened. That night at Hillcrest, we felt privileged to be recognized by the organization, having been seated as we were at the table of its top lay leader. We sat through speeches and chatted with guests, and at about exactly the moment we were starting to relax and enjoy ourselves, we noticed a vinyl folio on the table in front of us. It was pretty innocuous, the sort of thing you'd get your check in at the deli. Someone had produced it, I surmised, while our attention was elsewhere. That someone was the chairman, as it turned out. He must have seen us register that the folio was in front of us, because he immediately stood and made his way to my side. I opened the folio to see what it contained. A ledger-like printout. Standing over me now, the chairman leaned in. "This is last year's gift," he said, pointing to a number on the printout. "Of course, your gift this year will reflect a significant increase." He handed me a pen. I remember catching Josh's eye above our wine glasses. We'd later discussed the fact that we sensed people watching us. Those around us were chatting, milling about, eating dessert, or enjoying a coffee. But they were definitely watching. As I've explained, I'd made a significant donation to the Federation only a few months before. Now I had to increase it? We hadn't been told that the gift was annual, and nor had anyone from the organization sought us out to identify the extent to which we were aligned with its values and mission. We were so embarrassed. The club has a 2-year probation period, ensuring compliance with its charitable donation policy that neither of us wanted to breach. So we were also at a loss as to what to do. We asked the chairman if we could enter the same amount as we'd donated previously and left it at that. But in the car on the way home,